I put a poll on Facebook and Twitter the other day. I asked you, would you guys like to see the oobleck experiment or would you like to see the tornado tube? 65% of you wanted to see the tornado tube. So that is what we're doing today. We're talking about tornadoes. So this is what we're going to make. Anything in Science with Shields at this point, you can make at home. It's not going to take too much, but we're going to show you how to do this at first. But first, when it comes to science and experiments, safety is first. So we're going to put on our safety goggles, even though this is a pretty easy experiment. So what we have here is called a tornado tube. I'm going to show you how it works first, and then we're going to go into the science and how to make it behind it. So basically, a tornado forms when warm and cold air meet, and then you get winds that are spinning horizontally in the atmosphere, in the atmosphere like this. And then eventually the winds are so fast that they go vertical, and you end up with a tornado, a vortex. And what's happening in this situation with this tornado, it's actually the air, because you have pressure in both bottles, the air in the bottom bottle is going up through that vortex into the top bottle as gravity pulls the water down. So let's do this one more time. So we got that air spinning horizontally in the atmosphere, and then it turns vertical, and then that's when you get a tornado. And sometimes it takes a while for the tornado to form. You also see we have debris in there, because with those winds spinning, it does pick up debris. We can see that even on radar. So this is what we're going to make today. Again, everything you should have at home. So what does it take to make a tornado tube? Well, you're going to need 2 bottles. You can use any type of liter bottles. So we have those here. I took the plastic off of it because they were filled with seltzer water. Now they are not. And you're also going to need a washer. So if we can take a little bit of a zoom in on this, you're going to need this. There we go. And just some duct tape. That's the other thing we need. Mine's sparkly and blue because, hey, why not? So we are going to start off with doing this. So what you're going to do is you want to fill one of the bottles up 2/3 of the way. So that's our first step. We're going to fill this bottle up, and we may need to get more water from the sink. So, yeah, we're definitely going to need more water. So I may go back and fill this up in the sink just so that way it goes a little bit faster. But you want to fill it up 2/3 of the way. So now that we have that filled, we are now going to put the washer on top of the bottle that is filled with water. And we're going to try and tape it down on the side so that it sticks in place. So you're going to want to put it right there on the top like that. And this is just going to make it easier if you don't have an assistant to be able to tape the bottle, because you want it to be airtight and watertight. That's super important in this experiment. So let's see if we can do this here. All right, and then we're going to take this top bottle and we're going to stick it on top. And then we're going to tape it around. But I think I may need an assistant because it's really hard to hold and tape at the same time. But we're going to try our best. So let's get our duct tape started here a little bit. See if we can do this. I think I'm going to need Matt. Matt's going to come in and help me. Matt, here's your safety goggles just in case.
Alrighty.
All right, so we're going to tape this. And if you can just hold this on this like that very steadily. And we're going to tape around the bottle. So we make sure the washer's in there, and we're going to duct tape around the bottle. And again, you're going to want to go a couple times around and make sure this is completely water and airtight, because the tornado, you don't want the water to escape. That could lead to a mess. All right, I think we should be good. Rip the duct tape. Oh. All right.
Good stuff. So
now we have this together, and we can then hopefully see how this works. So let's try it out. So we're going to spin the water, and we've got a tornado tube. Ours is leaking a little bit, so we're going to have to make sure to duct tape that a little bit more here. But that's basically how it works, and voila, you've got a tornado tube. Now, what can be fun, like in this other one that we have, this other example of the tornado tube, what's really cool is we stuck debris in it, which you can just get glitter, and you can even stick food coloring in as well, and that can give your tornado a different color, so a little bit more in the way of fun if you want to put that in, and that's what we did in this tornado tube. All right, so let's talk tornadoes, because Pennsylvania has seen a lot of tornadoes here recently. I want to show you some graphics here of these tornadoes. So 2018 and 2019, Average amount of tornadoes per year in Pennsylvania since 1989 has been 17 per year. Total so far here in 2019, and we're only into mid-June when this was recorded, 31. So we're well above. April 2019 was a record month when 14 tornadoes occurred. The last time we had a record in April was in 1991, and that was of 11 tornadoes. So we beat that above and beyond. And in 2018, we averaged 32 tornadoes in Pennsylvania. We're already at 31 halfway through the year. The month we see the most tornadoes in Pennsylvania and here in central PA is in July. And I want to show you county by county here in central Pennsylvania of those tornadoes. So hopefully here my graphic can click. I may need to move out. So I just want to talk about this again. So again, oh, there we go. So 1950 to 2018, this is how many tornadoes have occurred in central Pennsylvania. Cambria County comes in at 16 tornadoes. Now, one happened earlier this year, so that count is now at 17 from 1950 to 2018. Jefferson County 15, Somerset 14, Center 13, Elk, Bedford, and Indiana all come in at 12. We did have another tornado in Huntington County this year, so that it will be now at 10. And Clearfield 8. Blair County, that's the county where we don't see as many tornadoes here in central Pennsylvania. Only 3 of them occur. And I want to go through the watches and warnings. Let's take a look at tornado terminology. What is a watch, a warning, and a tornado emergency? So you can see that tornado in the background there. A watch means the atmosphere is ready. You have that warm, that cold air, those winds that are mixing. That means we need to be prepared. The tornado is not happening yet, but we want to keep an eye out for it later in the afternoon and evening. A warning means all of those atmospheric elements are ready to go. A warning means that there is probably a tornado indicated on radar or also indicated by someone seeing it on the ground. An emergency means take action. It is a dangerous and large tornado. So I hope this, guys, all helped you. Excuse me. I hope this all helped you guys understand tornadoes a little bit and have fun making tornado tubes. Send in any pictures if you guys end up making a tornado tube. I'd love to see the creativity that you've got going on. All right, thanks for watching Science with Shields.